Hi there, welcome to Homekeepers. Come on in, my friends. So good to be here with you today. Hope everything's really going just top notch in your family and families across America. We really would like to minister to them and just kind of put a spotlight on how important the family is and every member in it and their place in the family. That's what we're all about here. And of course, a really important part of any family, especially if you have children, is their education. And that is the reason we try to highlight that monthly, although we're a little bit behind on that. But my expert is Heide Janshon. And it's quite a story how she learned what was going on in the schools. And she's teaches quite often in the schools now, so she's real hands-on. She knows what's going on. I collect information for the program, and this is all I found for the show. Pasco rejects new LGBTQ restrictions. That's not a good sign. Here's another one. School standards changing again. Here's another one. Here's a good one. Recess on the rebound in Florida. We had recess when we were kids. I think it was a positive thing, so I guess it's returning. And then a lot of things about diversity, school discipline changing again. I don't think we'll get to all of it, but we'll do the best we can. Very, very important subject. And I'm going to join Stephanie. We're going to make white bean turkey chili. Oh my, it smells so good in this room, and we'll show you how to make that. But before I join her, I want to remind you of the book Faith Goals by my friend Dr. David Williams, and it's yours for any amount of money. I mentioned before, if you aim at nothing, you'll always hit it. And this outlines how to add faith to your goals. I like to talk to my great-grandchildren about goals. It's so important in life, and I don't think you should ever outgrow having goals. And then when you add the faith dimension to it, and this book will tell you how to do that, I encourage you, use that 800 number, 1-800-229-0059, or box 6922, Clearwater, Florida, 33758. And for any gift to the ministry, we'll be glad to send it to you. Okay? And I'm over here. We got one batch made, and now she's making one. This one smells good, too.
Yes. Now, let me tell you about the first batch. We had a happy little accident, like Bob Ross would say. And Arthelene picked up the wrong package, and we made it with sausage. And it's delicious. It added just another level of flavor.
But this one's right.
This one's ground turkey.
So we can compare them. And so far, she has fried up the meat and added, what, garlic and onions?
Yes, I have a pound of ground turkey. I have a half an onion and 3 cloves of garlic that you so nicely chopped up this morning so that I don't smell like garlic all day. So we have cumin. I love cumin.
We're going to have some sour cream, though, right?
Yes, I have cumin and I have oregano. We're going to put those yummy flavors in, seasonings, and a little bit of pepper. Now, it calls for these green chilies, the diced green chilies, but Arthelene does not like them.
They're hot.
She doesn't like the heat that it adds to it, so we're not adding it to this batch.
But the other batch has it.
But the other batch has it, and it's perfect, let me tell you.
Yeah, she's tasted it.
It's so good. Okay, so I have the meat all cooked, no pink meat. And I'm going to add 4 cups of reduced sodium
one thing about
chicken
this,
broth.
I noticed it doesn't have a whole lot of ingredients. Not that many. You could make this up very, very quickly.
Oh, yeah. This is a great make
But
ahead.
it's got those kind of ingredients that have a lot of kick to them.
Yes.
Flavor.
Yes. Especially that first batch with the sausage. I think that was the best little accident you ever did.
I would imagine that so many culinary greats were caused by accidents.
Oh, sure. Sure. Okay, it's getting there.
or by the wonderful moms and ladies who put together anything that's in the
It's
refrigerator.
like, let's find out what we have in the pantry and let's just make
I'll
something.
bet you do that a lot.
I have done that a lot in the past,
Okay.
especially when I was on the tightest budget. So I would go pantry shopping and freezer shopping in my own house and see what I could put together. Because sometimes you have things and you don't even realize like what you could put together as a meal. And then I have 2 cans of great white northern beans. And then you
They're
just
drained and rinsed.
drained and rinsed, and then you just let this simmer. Like that first batch simmered for hours, and it is
4 or 5 hours. Just low simmer, so it's just barely moving.
Yeah, so you want to bring it over?
Yes.
This is really, I mean, I consider this a soup. I'm not sure why they call it a chili, but okay, look at this. Now this is darker because we use the sausage, right? But, oh, and it's got the chilies in it. So good. You got me this baby little scoop here.
It really, chili's thicker than that, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Well,
Let me
if
get you a little sour
You could
cream.
thicken it if you're
Sure.
real.
Oh, that's what I said earlier. What you could do is you could take the whole can of beans, and then you could blend the other can of beans, and
Put
that
it in
would
your
give it
blender.
a little bit of creamier
It will give you more of the consistency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I've
trying to get
tasted it numerous times today already. I may have walked down here.
Have you been sneaking down
I
here?
may have walked down here just a few times to make sure it was okay.
The sour cream.
Is that add to it?
Also, her boss isn't here today, so no one's watching her.
Nope. Oh, yeah. The sour cream. You need the sour cream.
It's
That added a
absolutely
nice little kick
delicious.
to
It's
it.
an entree.
So good.
And it's called white bean turkey chili. And remember, we made a mistake and put turkey sausage in this.
And it was delicious.
And but that one looks more like a chili.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want this recipe, highly recommend it. And we're not always on the same page on every recipe, but we are on this one. So information's coming up, and there are several ways you can get it, and you choose the one you want, and we'll get it right out to you. All right, you stay right there. If you haven't met Heide Janshon, you'll love her, I promise you.
If you would like a copy of today's recipe, you may receive it by contacting us through social media as listed on the screen. When requesting a copy through the mail, be sure to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. Thank you, and please know we always appreciate hearing from our viewers.
All right, if you haven't met her, this is Heide Janshon, a very smart young lady. In fact, the first, when Common Core was really very controversial, and thank God our new governor is kicking it to the curb in Florida. Governor DeSantis, thank you for that. But that's what got my attention with Heidi, and I saw her give on video, I saw her give a very good speech on the subject, because we should all be so interested in what our children are learning, and are they progressing, to have the education they need. And so I asked her to come on, and I mentioned earlier on some of the visits you were here that I wanted you because you were kind of a layman. If you were in this educational system, you would have an agenda.
Exactly.
And you don't.
I'm in the schools.
So, some of these things, but what did you think when you found out the governor was getting rid of Common Core?
Well, I think it was great that he is sticking to his what he campaigned on. He said he would do away with Common Core, and here we are. And so he's had some educators and staff work on replacing these standards. So I just wanted to pull up in the next few months, we're going to see the Board of Education, the Florida Board of Education. It's a group of 5 business people that have been handpicked by the governor to be on the Board of Education, and so they are going to ratify the new standards. So they're going to be called the BEST standards, Benchmarks for Excellent Student Thinking. BEST. So no longer Common Core. Now those of us who have been maybe a little skeptical on the removal and the replacement of these massive Common Core state standards. I would not be surprised if there are vestiges. He said not a vestige left, but I have to believe that because it's such a daunting task to replace them, that they couldn't have done it in such a short time frame, that there is going to be something left of Common Core, although it's going to be morphed. I think what they're going to do, and I've seen an example of the Common Core standard and then the new standard next to it, and you have this much text for the Common Core standard, and then the new text is this big. So what that does then, what the teachers can expect, is there's going to be a lot more interpretation on the teacher's part. So if a standard says the child will be able to add and subtract whole numbers, instead of the child will be able to manipulate the blah, 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 and it's very wordy, and then it gets down to it actually micro describes what a child should be able to do. But then it dictates, the Common Core state standards dictate how a child should learn. My biggest concern has always been that the Common Core state standards are not developmentally or cognitively age appropriate for our kindergarten through 5th graders. So that means they ask those standards that we now have in place, ask our kids to reason beyond their brain development. You wouldn't say, well, that baby should be able to run a marathon because it has all of the...
Because it can't walk yet.
Because it can't walk yet. Yeah, it's not developed, so why should it be? So in the same light, that 3rd grader should not be able to reason like a college student.
And I don't want to go over a whole lot of things we have several times, but she found out about it when she saw her son's homework. He was about 10 years old, right? And a lot of people have made a lot of noise about it, and then we went into the history of it, and there was no one who put it together that was on any kind of an educational board. They weren't people of education.
That's right.
It's just crazy. And so thankfully, and another thing I like about our new governor is he wants teachers to have a raise. And I would put a caveat in there. The teachers who produce should have a raise. Because in any kind of business or anything, you kind of have to get rid of those that aren't.
There should be oversight. Everybody should have an accountability, right?
Absolutely. And but I believe if our tax dollars are going to go for anything worthwhile, it would be the education of our children.
Absolutely. Our teachers are probably one of the lowest paid professionals, but the most highly educated people in all of our workforce in the entire United States.
I do see little vestiges of common sense coming back. Did you read about that adult class?
Yes.
Was that in college? And people were trying to get in it really quickly, and it filled up just like that. And they're teaching what I learned in high school.
That's right. But now you've seen a resurgence of the technical schools. There is a clamoring. We saw it that there would be a saturation of information technology and going into technology and the digital this and the digital that. But then people said, well, then the industry was like, well, what happens? How do we breed car mechanics? How do we breed electricians? How do we do that?
How do we?
And I'm like, well, maybe you should teach them that when they're still young.
That's brilliant. Or maybe they'd like to know how to balance a checkbook.
Yeah, you know.
That would be nice.
That's right.
And I saw it on TV. I think it was one class, and I think there were several hundred wanted to get in it, and there's only average class probably 50 or so. And it taught a few things, and the boys were signed up for it, you know, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
To learn things like that. And so I think it's like a resurgence of common sense.
It has to be. There has to be. The pendulum has to swing back. We predicted that Common Core would be a disaster.
And it was.
And it was. And I am in the classroom every day with 6th, 7th, or 8th graders. And I tell you what, their knowledge on math skills, it's abhorrent. They pull out a calculator if you ask them to multiply 3 times 10.
You are kidding me.
No.
Yeah.
Can I use my calculator?
Yeah.
No.
Well, here's another headline.
Yep.
School standards changing again. Our kids must be kind of confused. But this is all an effort, and it was ordered by the governor. Find out how
That's
they're
right.
learning. But one thing, this one too, before we get into that one that's destroying us, recess. Now, why did they take that out?
Oh, because it was taking up too much time from testing, you see. It's more important to test the children than it is to give them free time and playtime.
And I think especially boys need to get out and
I have to tell you what they're doing in our middle school. It's
get some energy out of there.
Yeah, it's very unusual, but our 6th graders, our principal has put into place that after they go to lunch, they go out to one of the practice fields and just run. So our 6th graders have a built-in recess now, which is unusual. I don't know of any other middle schools that offer that or give that or grant that to their students.
It would be interesting to really study the before and after of that, and does it enhance or whatever?
Well, you know what? They let it outside, and when they come in the classroom, they're not quite as wild as they were previously.
All right, let's see, what else do we have here? Because one thing I really want, this is very student discipline changing. This is very thought-provoking. I saw something online where a young teacher stood up, and she probably spoke for all the teachers, and she was very, very effective. She has no authority, and you can no longer send a kid to the principal's office in the school she was in. And so you've got this one child that can absolutely decimate the class, just interrupt. And apparently they don't deal with the parents that much because parents won't do anything. I happen to know first in line, because there was a teacher very close to me that can't get a parent hardly to come to a parent-teacher meeting.
It's difficult. I will tell you that even at our middle school, in every county, it reflects poorly on the schools if you have a number of referrals, suspensions in or out of school, and definitely expulsions. So I believe, pretty much ordered by the district to keep those at the low level and handle the discipline and behavioral problems on campus as opposed to referrals. Or we do have an SRO, that is a safety resource officer on campus, a sheriff, and any discipline, any problems, assault, students fighting, then the students are arrested then if it's bad, if the other student wants to press charges if they've been assaulted, so then he gets involved. And recently we've had a few fights, but I will tell you that the schools, it's that probably unspoken, you want to keep those referrals down at a very minimum, and so therefore you're not going to be able to find that in a public record search.
But what is this teacher to do?
It's very I will tell you,
no authority.
It is very difficult. I am there on a daily basis with behavioral problems, and you have to try to manage the classroom as best as you can. But once the kids smell that you have no control, they run rampant.
They know it.
They do. And if you have no backup from your front office as far as consequences, then the case is lost. The kids rule. And as soon as that happens, you're in a very bad position.
Well, also they pointed out, I'm sure it's true, that a lot of kids come from terrible, terrible situations.
Oh, they do.
But they shouldn't be allowed to keep the others from learning.
No, and I would tell you, Arthelene, if a teacher thinks, just like a young parent or a parent who thinks that they are going to be their child's best friend, that's where you run into trouble. Because kids want boundaries, and I say that every day. I look at the child and I say, believe me, you may not like me now, but you want boundaries, and I am forbidding you to do what you are doing right now, so sit down. And they're like, but I tell you,
they never talk to like that.
But they want it. They want it because they need it. They need to know where the ceiling is. Because that's, silly as it might be, that's how they know you care. But if you're their best friend and you allow this and you allow that, at some point you're going to tell somebody no, and then you're not their friend anymore, and then everything is lost.
Now they can have friends, but they need parents.
And teachers, yes.
And there's a lot of studies coming out now, about the use of cell phones. Now, what do you do about that? in your class?
They need to have them in their backpacks unless they're using them for a particular activity. They must be off in their backpacks. I'll tell you, I had a class yesterday, and the students, they were very bad, and they just wouldn't put them away. I had to tell the teacher, and then she says, "Oh, fine, I'm going to go get that cell phone right now." So then she'll hunt that student down and remove the cell phone for the rest of the day because they didn't listen. But the devices, and I was just talking to your receptionist about this, devices, parents don't realize those are the ones that are teaching your children. If their faces are in their device all day long,
Yes.
that's who's instructing them. That's their parent.
But you know, some of this is not rocket science.
No.
There could be a standard in the school from the principal on down.
Yeah.
That when you come in class, they're not allowed. They're just not allowed. If you use it, we're going to take it away from you.
And we do have,
Period.
yeah, we do. It's almost, it's like whack-a-mole though. I will tell you, the kids will try to sneak it. Oh, I can see it. And I'll walk by them and I will have my face in this direction. I'll call their name and I said, and so you can put your cell phone away. And they're like, how'd you know? I said, I told you I see everything. Put it away now.
Oh man, I think you're just exactly what they need. Now, one thing that is saddest thing I've ever learned, and I have some pictures here I could not show on TV, but it's what they're subjecting your children to. I'd like to know what demon out of hell had the idea for drag queens to read to children in our public libraries. Why in the world would that be allowed?
You know, Arthelene, they're not thinking about the kids. I believe that
They're trying to indoctrinate them.
They
That's
are.
what it's all about.
they are. They don't care about the welfare of the children. But they wholeheartedly believe that it's okay until there's some sort of fallout, and then of course it'll be somebody else's fault if the child turns to be something that they hadn't intended them to be later in life, or had some issues or mental issues or something like that.
And the push is from this transgender community, and I've mentioned it before on the program. I've read in a couple places where real little kids, they're like kindergarten, first grade, they'll tell them, some days you'll feel like a boy, some days you'll feel like a girl, and it sets up this confusion. And then having drag queens read to children in our libraries, and some of these pictures I said are so vulgar I could not ever show them on the air. And I think parents need to hear this too. Thank God for this judge in Texas. This mother keeps trying to give this child hormones to switch them to the opposite sex. Parents are divorced, but so far that father's been able through the courts to keep that from handling. I think there ought to be a law nationwide, no messing with the hormones until they're 18 and they make up their own mind about it. How could you do that to a child? How in the world could you do it?
I don't know how you can, Arthelene. I will stand with, I don't know if you ever listened to Ben Shapiro talk, and my friends mostly, I mean, most of my friends know, I'm a Christian. I believe that a male is a male and a female is a female. And I'm not going to hate you or not talk to you because we might differ opinions on the transgender issue. I'm still going to love those kids even though they want to be called by a masculine name if they're a girl, or vice versa. I don't have to accept it, and nothing that you say can make me accept it for myself. I do believe that that behavior is not what God intended, and certainly not how our bodies are made, and to change something, to alter something that our Creator made, for me, and I will call it perversion, it is something that is wrong in my heart and my mind. Like I said, I'm not going to judge you. It's not that we can't be friends, but I just don't believe that it's right. And so when we see this on our school campuses, it's heartbreaking. The number of girls that I have seen that are transitioning or that are moving to be transgender and want to be called by a boy name. It's hard.
You have shocked me that it has come up as often. I thought some obscure thing over there.
I can name 10 girls right now probably that I personally know. That I have taught.
Of course, this is what created the bathroom problem, and I have great-granddaughters, little ones, And I don't want the boys in the bathroom when they're trying
No.
to use the bathroom.
Listen, I don't even know why that is a topic. Why would you want a boy in a girl's bathroom and a girl in a boy's bathroom? Or why would you want a girl who is biologically a female in a locker room with boys? What are you inviting to happen?
Now, we got 2 or 3 minutes left, and here I've got the answer. I've got the answer. It's the parents.
Yes.
Anytime parents go in mass to something at the school, something happens. And I have read it from Washington State, which is an extremely liberal state. A bunch of parents got angry there. About 800 of them showed up at the school, and this nonsense was changed within the school. It's the parents that can make the difference, and I believe that's the only thing we have to change the direction that these are going.
Yep. I mean, we've had one case, and it's been big, and a friend of mine has created this organization called Protecting Pasco Children. And she was just in Tallahassee speaking with legislators, Gloriana Kirk. She is a pastor's wife, and there is a Christian coalition in Florida that is backing them. And so I think that we need to really look at that. Need to. There are other organizations that do the opposite, so fair is fair, right?
And also, the communication with your own children is so important. I mean, everything I observed of you, it's theirs as it should be. But there are homosexual clubs, some of the high schools.
Oh, they're called Gay Straight Alliances.
Gay
GSA.
Straight Alliances. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I read that. And your kid might not tell you that's there. You need to open the dialogue, talk to them, and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I know we have just a minute, but these kids need to feel someplace to belong, and if that's where they're going, why don't we have more Christian organizations? Why don't we have more?
Well, they keep the Christians out a lot of times.
I know, so that's what we have to keep petitioning for.
Now, that's where the parents
That's right.
can make some noise.
That's right.
For someone like myself, you know, great-grandchildren, I went through the public school when you really got a good education from it. You need to realize different day, different age, Satan has increased his activity in all these things. And so that's why I have Heide on once in a while to tell you what you can do about it. And I say that the parents hold the key.
That's right.
Maybe you need to get acquainted with some of the parents of the other children in the class. And
I will tell you that some of those parents they don't support what has happened to their own child. So it's not that part is not coming from the child. It's been an influence that they have experienced on campus with other students.
You know, so you can't let your guard down at all. There's nothing more precious than a child, and I've often said, get them saved and then educate them. Education is so important, but this is something you have to really kind of know what's going on. You need to know the nuts and the bolts that are going on. It's a different age, got to find out what's going on, and there's probably good psychological ways to get it out of your own child. So keep those lines of communication open, and please join me next time, remembering there's no higher calling than that of a homekeeper. God bless you.
If you should miss a Homekeepers program, you can catch up by going to www.ctnonline.com. Click on CTN Programs and then on Homekeepers.